refugees from Pax Darkness are safe in the dwarven kingdom of Thorbodden. You are in the ancient port city of Tarsus, searching for ships to bear them out of the Dragon Army's reach. But nothing in silent Tarsus is as you expected. The sea receded in a cataclysm. No ship will ever set sail from Tarsus again. The new quest is before you. To find one of the legendary dragons, mighty weapons that destroyed the dragons in ancient times. Welcome to the world of Kryn and the legendary DragonLance.
Tends to do that to people.
And with that, we are live. Welcome,
hi.
ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Wicked Studios presents DragonLance: Dragons of Eyes, part 9? Question mark? I think it's 9. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grips a hold of me tightly.
It's it's the thing of it is, it's always so easy.
And thank you, Scott Marish, for liking the stream. After that, huzzah!
Huzzah!
Liking it on Facebook. Scott is also an avid YouTube / Mr. Adam PL viewer and subscriber. So Scott, thank you. And I still have not done anything that you were looking for. I know you were looking for some information on some stuff for your Dragonlance game. I still haven't done it. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm just a shitty DM is really what it comes down to.
I think, no, it's not DM. It's shitty
person. I'm just shitty. Anyway, speaking of shitty, I'm Adam. I'm your dungeon master for tonight's festivities, and let's introduce the rest of the crew. First, let's start off with Kemchan.
Hey guys, Kemchan. I'm playing Jadek, our resident pirate captain.
Without a ship.
Or armor.
Without a ship. That's right. Well, without
armor. That was really funny.
Without a sea ship.
Yeah, that's true. You do have a broken down ice ship.
He is a Minotaur. That's the other thing you should know.
Did we volunteer you to be the captain of the ship? Because
that's not true.
That's where my vote's gonna go.
No, I mean, I think he's just gonna assume he is. He's just gonna assume he's captain of this ship.
Yeah,
once it's up and running.
That is, yeah.
And I also play Flint Fireforge during a battle.
Yeah.
Who's our dwarf fighter?
And sometimes I let you play him during RP situations. Unless there's something, unless there's
NPCs.
Unless there's you don't get to play any because you're a dick. And you'll ruin them for everybody watching who likes Dragonlance. But like when there's some things that aren't specifically plot important, Kemchan gets to play, gets to RP Flint as well.
That's right.
And you've gotten to know Flint pretty well, I feel like, over the last year, almost 2. Wow.
Has it been 2 years?
Well, I mean, we've played like 5 times this year, but it's been over the course of like a year and 8 months or 9 months or something like that. Because like March,
We should do
March
something
we
for
started.
our anniversary.
We should. That's in March, and we'll do something cool.
Yes, dear.
Maybe
Like not
we'll-
play.
We'll do something
like
right.
not play. That'll probably be what happens. But maybe we should do finally our Halloween episode where we dress in our costume.
I bought a costume. I bought a costume for it.
So
I'll
let's
have you
do
know.
it. If all right, look, we may be playing next week, which would be our Thanksgiving or post Thanksgiving week. If we can play, we'll do it in costume. How about that? And if not, we'll do it for our Christmas episode. Oh, is he the one who ruins Dragonlance for us in this group, or just Kem-chan? Oh, I'm the one who ruins Dragonlance for you guys. Because
I don't know. I don't remember the books. I read them when they came out, and
Yeah.
I vaguely
a
remember
lot
the
of the
first
stuff
book.
doesn't take place in the books. And some of it takes place in the second. What do they call that? The Lost Chronicles, I think it was, series,
Sure.
which
And
were
I've
pretty
By-
good.
I've never read the
By
book,
the
so
way,
Also
the
by
cons-
Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. If
I'm
you'd like to
sorry.
be a
I
sponsor, we'd love to
apologize
have
for
you.
that.
the consensus is that we play Legends next. Just
I'll tell
letting
you what.
know what the people want. All
After
5
this,
of them have said.
After this, we're going to take a little bit of a break so Will can run our Marvel superheroes game and see what happens to
Yeah, let's see you get it.
Squall and
He's not going to get the next one. Forget about it.
Kim Chan's character and
Yeah.
and
That other
others
guy.
and other mental that's his name.
There we
Boom, I
go.
got it.
Yes.
And then others for the what I like to think of as the West Coast X-Men, because we're both mutants, and then the rest of you guys will play other characters.
Oh,
that
that's very presumptuous.
I don't know.
I'll throw out there.
Anyway,
What's-
but anyway, so that's what we would like to do directly after this. But I've already been thinking during my daily walks.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Adam's been
And
thinking.
Jason, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this, by the way, with our Legends campaign afterward. In fact, I even bought. Where is it?
Disbings.
I did buy that, yes, but the Legends of the Twins 3rd edition, which, by the way,
I did not even know that book existed.
and I was gonna give credit to Trampus Whiteman, but I don't think it had anything to do with this one. Trampus, if you're watching, hi, has part of the Dragonlance Nexus written a bunch of, or contributed in a bunch of 3rd edition through Margaret Weiss's Sovereign Press Dragonlance materials. He did not do that one, apparently, based on what I saw on the cover of that book. But I know he did this one. Where is it? Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Holy Orders of Kryn. Huh? Trampus Whiteman. If you're watching, I'm giving you a little shout out.
Oh, Trampus.
Yeah, Trampus is a really cool guy, really nice guy. Anyway.
Did I see what does Cam Banks on that
Yes.
too?
Yeah. Cam Banks is on a lot of stuff.
Cam Banks. I've never actually met Cam, but I'm like friends of friends with him, and he apparently lives down the road from me here in North Shore of Auckland.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm also friends with Cam Banks. And that's really interesting that he lives there. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Anyway, you guys are learning a lot about Dragonlance here on tonight's program. But anyway, after Will's Marvel run through, we're going to do a Legends. For those of you who are not familiar with Legends, why are you watching this show? Anyway, watch this and you'll find out something that's not quite as good, but in RPG form. Where Jason's character will be certainly a major player.
Oh, way to go. So basically what you're telling us.
The
is
rest of
that-
your supporting characters to Jason, yes. Just like now. Like you guys
and
are. Yeah.
and-
There's no
and-
difference.
and
You just don't
Zarek's
realize
got-
it yet.
He's
Yeah.
got plot armor.
Derek?
That would you Zarek.
Oh,
He's got
Zarek?
plot armor.
First of all,
Yeah.
Jason doesn't play Zarek.
Oh, Zane.
Jason plays Zane.
Hey, if you can do it, so can I. So Zane has plot armor.
That's fair. I do fuck it up every time. No.
Not every time.
Not every
But
time.
often.
So if Jason fucks up and dies, figuratively or literally, then we won't run that.
twin.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys heard it here first.
Yeah, Ergrin will be the main character of that one.
And we won't run it.
And then we will just say goodbye. So let's introduce more people in the cast. Why don't we start with Jason? Well, we started with Kim Chan. Why don't we move on to Jason?
That's me. Hi, everybody. I am Jason. I am playing Kaylani and Gilthinus and Aaron Talbot and Mr. Cuddles and Sparkles and Sprinkles.
True.
I think that's all of them.
For
But yeah,
now,
Kaylani is an elven druid and comes with baggage.
thank you, Noel. Oh, this is like a French name. Chenier.
Sure it is.
Chenier.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Chenier for liking this year on Facebook. Huzzah.
I need to go
And
look
I'm
this up
sorry
so I
for
can pronounce
butchering
it.
your name. That's one of my, I was going to say talents, but it's really, what's the opposite of a talent?
Lack of.
Deficiency?
Deficiency. That's the word I'm looking for. It's one of my deficiencies is pronouncing names.
A shortcoming. I always like that.
Shortcoming is a great one.
Shortcomings.
That's exactly what I was looking for. Jason, you lose. Will you win?
Sorry. Okay.
Speaking of
Now
Will,
the main character.
let's go to Will.Player. Oh, that was a good one. That was your best one
See,
yet,
I cocked it.
That was
Hey,
cool.
everybody, how's it
Yeah,
going?
That was good.
Unfortunately, I know the fans out there want to see more Ergrin, but I am not playing Ergrin tonight. I will be playing Alphasian Malkarite, Knight, Salamnik. Did I get it?
No, Knight of
Salamnia.
Salamnia. Or a
Knight of
Salamnic
A Salamnik Knight, Knight of Salamnia,
Knight.
Knight of the Rose Order
Yes.
of Salamnik
That's right.
Knights, who is on a mission to protect Derek, Gardner,
Crown Guard.
Crown Guard,
Guard.
on his quest to get the Dragon Orb.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
There it is.
That was really, really well done. Gaz,
Not really.
help us out here, would you?
Sure.
Save the stream,
I'm
Gaz.
I don't think I can do that.
That's fair.
However, I am Gaz, and I'm playing Kurlathon, the half-elf rogue scout.
That was really expertly done. KD, who are you? What are you doing?
I'm KD. I myself am a human,
Ah, interesting.
and I'm playing an elf named Zarek. He's a fighter, and he's twin brother to Zane, the leading man in our next adventure.
Leading elf, I think, is the appropriate nomenclature, but
Well, he's a man. He's still a man.
that's not true. A human. He's a male elf.
All right.
I wonder
Leading
what
male.
the term would that be.
A male elf.
Come on, Adam,
just
give us
elf.
some bust out with some elven language.
Yeah. I don't know.
Viva
anything.
that.
Remus Wolf, thanks for liking us on Facebook. Huzzah. Wow,
Huzzah.
that's the worst elven. I don't have
talking about?
anything better, but that was okay. Second worst, because anything I would say would be actually worse. Anyway, antecedently on Dragonlance. City of Tarsus destroyed, burned, blah, 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 blah. Our heroes have been separated while fighting for their lives. Zarek, Kurlathon, Lorana, Flint, and an unconscious Gilthinus have met up with Knights of Salamnia, Sirs, Alphasian Malkarite, Aaron Talbot, and their commanding officer, Derek Groundguard, Jesus Christ. I think I had a mini stroke.
Take two.
Along with, I'm just going to keep powering through. Along with the newly knighted Tasseloff Burfoot and Minotaur ship captain without a ship, Jadok, and his Kaganesti elf BFF Kaylani. The group fled south across the icy plains that used to be the sea prior to the cataclysm, but in an effort to find the Dragon Orb ice wall. in Icefall. Shit. Zarek was hell-bent on finding Zane. Thank you, somebody, for doing something. Thank you for Bromonod for just subscribing. Bro, yeah. Huzzah! He says. Huzzah! And thank you for following with this voice, guys. Where was I? Zarek still hell-bent on finding Zane, but was convinced to move on by the group, led by Derek Crownguard and Alphasian's reasoning along with Curliflon's heartfelt plea. The group continued south, and after Kaylani viciously killed a group of marauders who stole some of their stuff in gruesome, horrifying fashion, and then befriended a couple of polar bears, Mr. Cuddles and Sprinkles, who Kaylani has since taught Elven, because that's what Kaylani does as a druid, came upon a group of Minotaur, bullying yet another polar bear. A third one, this one named Sparkles. The companions managed to defeat the Minotaur and made Sparkles their new friend, adding to the ever-growing number of NPCs. I think we're at 25 at this point. It's a rough estimate. After consulting with their polar bear friends on where the nearest human settlement is, they continued their journey, find a ship in the snow. 2 of them, as a matter of fact, but when I wrote this, there was only 1, and then I found a battle map that had not 1 but 2. So we've made it 2 since then. Damaged, broken. 1 in pieces, the other on its side. Alphasian ran up to the ship and noticed some tracks. When he turned around to let the others know that there are, in fact, tracks of other creatures. He was then attacked by a humanoid with walrus-like head and a giant axe, which looked like it was made of ice. Those of you who know anything about Dragonlance, you know it's Frost Reavers. The rest of you, read some fucking Dragonlance books, man. Or at least the modules. You're embarrassing the rest of us. The group fought and killed these savage beasts, and found that while one of the ships was completely wrecked and the other was unable to provide shit, I'm fucking up. I can't even read. I'm trying to look at the camera and read at the same time. And that doesn't work unless you know your lines. Which I don't. The group fought. Take 2. The group fought. Take 5. The group fought and killed these strange beasts, and found that while one of the ships was completely wrecked by the other. Fuck! I fucked it up again. Take 6. The group fought and killed these strange beasts. This might be a problem with the how the line was written. It's very difficult to say.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote this was a jerk.
Well, yeah.
I wrote this. Take 7. The group fought and killed these strange beasts and found that while one of the ships was, I see chat blowing up, was completely wrecked, the other was able to provide shelter for the group as the winds and snows started to pick up. They even were able to find, which is poorly written, were able to find 8 furs in great condition, which should help them as they continue their trek toward Icewind Castle. And that, thank goodness, is where we start tonight's episode. You guys have found... And I can't hear my music.
I'll check.
There we go. You guys... You don't have to, I can hear it. Now I can. You guys...
No, you can't hear the. You can hear the music, but the music's not coming through on Twitch. Oh no, it is.
It is now. You're just Twitch is delayed. We're living in the past. You're living in the present, Twitchers. By the way, speaking of Twitch, join us on Wicked Studio /TV. Nope. Wicked Studio. Nope. Twitch.tv /Wicked Studios LLC. For all of the fun live on Twitch, where you can comment and talk about not only how bad of a DM I am, but how bad of a host I am. And You can also join us on YouTube /Mr. Adam PL. That's MRATOMPL. That's either live or after the fact, because all these things are saved in the interwebs. You can also join us on Facebook / I think, Giant Stomp. This
Did
show
you
makes
see
me twitch.
Promenade?
That's, yeah, you know what? That's
that
fair.
was good.
That's
That
fair.
was good.
Facebook / Giant Stomp. For you can also watch us live there, and also do other things that Will does. I was gonna say, you know what? I stand by that statement, and I'm just, you can figure that out what that means. God damn it! I'm having a problem tonight, guys. Talking.
No shit.
It's been a long week. Finally, if for some reason you're still listening to this, you can listen only to this and not look at our beautiful faces on podcast. Wherever you listen to podcast, unless it's some like a little rinky-dink bullshit thing that nobody has heard of, and then good luck. You're not listening to anything worthwhile. But any reasonable podcast, for example, Apple Podcast, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. Spotify, if you'd love to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. And yes, I said loved. Both times. Or anything else, whatever, I don't know. But you can check us out there by just searching for DragonLance Chronicles. Anyway, you guys are at this broken ship.
We had taken a rest.
No, you didn't yet. You're about to do that.
Oh, we're getting ready to.
You're getting ready to. Not Garel. What's your guy's name, Kim Chan?
Jadek.
Thanks. I'm not really involved in this show. My first day on the job. Jadek, you have been trying to figure out how to repair this ship.
Mm-hmm.
And it is getting dark.
Mm-hmm.
It is getting colder. The winds and the snows are picking up. You did find 8, which is quite a few. I rolled pretty well on that one for you guys. You're welcome. 8
Thanks.
furs. I would like to know who is wearing what, and you guys need to keep track of who is wearing what and how many layers. So
Well, we
right
just
now,
got-
before this, Fashion and Zarek were not wearing effective
Correct.
winter clothing. Everybody else was wearing some sort of furs, or Curlithlon, who had his cloak of protection, which gave him some added protection to that. But there are 8 additional furs now. Who is taking them? And I'm not going to write this shit down because I don't take notes. I'm not that kind of DM.
Well, I
So
wrote it
you-
down last week because both
Did you? But did you come up with who?
Zarek
Zarek-
and Alphasian
Zarek-
definitely
Zarek
had.
and
Zarek
Alphasian.
definitely
Well,
took one.
I would hope so, because otherwise you guys are going to be dead soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaylani does not take an extra one.
Okay.
Kaylani has the warmth of 3 polar bears to get her through the night.
Yeah. Curlathon will take one if there's no one else who seems to need it more than he does.
So far there's 6.
So I would assume the knights all took one. Or
I
did
think
they
the
have-
knights were all outfitted, weren't they?
Yeah,
did
they were.
have- Okay.
Yeah, the
But
only
again,
one
the
that-
more layer, it's getting colder and colder the further you go. So
If-
even the one layer that everybody now has, and there are 6 additional furs now because everybody has one layer. Even that layer, you've been finding is not going to be enough long term, especially the further south that you go. So there are like 1,500 of you, including the NPCs. The polar bears, of course, are fine. But there are 6 of you who can have an additional layer, which will offer an additional protection to the elements.
Well, as far as
Yeah.
Alphasian goes, he's not going to take anything, and
Because he's a knight, yeah.
lobbying to give it to the NPCs because.
And Derek and Aaron would also refuse the initial request.
Yeah.
Zarek would take an extra one only if not anybody else took an extra one.
So we have Lorana.
So he would
Gilthanas.
absolutely put Lorana and Gilthanas before himself.
Okay, so let Lorana and Gilthanas. Does everybody agree that they each get one?
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
4 left.
Sure.
Oh, wait a minute. No. They got plot armor. Screw that. Give it to somebody who can die.
Blood armor doesn't protect you from hypothermia.
Thank you,
True.
Gary.
True.
Thank you,
All
Gary.
right. Fine.
So who else?
I think Jadek will take one just because he's going to be outside working on the ship.
Okay. Jadek will take
So
one.
he'll have his usual cloak and then the furs.
Right, and Jadek, for those of you who don't know, is a Minotaur. If you're joining us late, so he has some fur, which gave him a little bit of extra protection already, and his cloak, of course, and now he has the fur on top of it, so he is better protected. There are
So we've
3
got-
more.
Jadek, Gilthanas, Lorana.
There are 3 more.
Curliflon, you've only got your cloak of protection, right?
Yeah.
So you might as well take one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take one.
All right,
And
2 more.
Then we got 2 more. So,
Like I said, Zarek definitely wants another one, but
All right,
he,
so
will,
then
he
Zarek-
will refuse unless everybody else has one.
Zarek can take one, and
Like he will literally take the last one.
So there's
I
somebody else
guess-
who needs to take one before Sarek then.
I guess
Yeah.
Kaylani will take one.
Okay.
But like she's
Wear it
she's-
as a skirt.
yeah, she's like really not. She's like kind of like waving it as a flag, or you know.
She'll figure out how to use it as soon enough. So right now we have everybody except for the 3 knights with 2 layers.
4 nights.
4
Yes,
knights. Thank you. I
4
forgot about
knights.
Tasselov.
Hey, bud. You want to come up?
Okay.
You wanna come up? Hey, good boy.
All right. So, Jadek is going to be trying to figure out how to repair this ship. It is getting dark and cold.
With Flint. With Flint.
With
I'm
Flint, of
sure.
course. Yeah.
Well, we were going to spend the night and then conduct our stuff in the morning.
Yeah, but he still wants to see like what's available.
Yeah.
He still wants to see like. I would assume the 2 of them would figure out how to take whatever they can from the broken ship
Mhm.
to fix the the fixable one.
Do you have like a and I don't know how to play this game, but in your character sheet, there's probably something like I know there's I've had a character who had land vehicles as a skill.
Yeah.
Is there like a sea vehicles? Thank you, David Shepard, for liking the
There
stream.
should be.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Ah.
Sailing
Well, again, like,
is
in
let's see.
his backstory, he designed and built
Right.
his own
Yes.
ship. So
Is
well,
there?
your background should count as a skill as well.
Yeah, you
So-
should get
Right.
a proficiency, either a
Proficiency
tool or
in
a-
like sailing. There's like in
Sailing.
in like this
That's one way they
Yeah,
get
yeah.
around it. So essentially, how you would work it is that okay, his background is sailor.
Yeah. Right.
So his sailor, he would get sailor, and then you just decide which attribute he needs to use, and he would get an attribute check with proficiency because his background was sailor. You see how that works?
Yeah, because you don't have it here. So let's say you can roll me. And
So there
Oh.
sailor does get tool proficiency in navigator's tools and vehicles water.
right, vehicles water, which you don't have in your thing. So you can use that. I'll say that you can use either intelligence or wisdom, whichever is higher, plus your proficiency.
Yep, that's how you would do it.
with advantage because
Flint
Flint is helping you. Yeah.
And then you just pick a target number.
Yes, and I've got that in my head.
So
4 million.
what's your proficiency level?
Everybody's
shit! I
the
should
same.
just roll 20.
Yeah. You should,
Yeah,
because we're
'cause
playing on Roll20. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you, because we do play on Roll20 here on Wicked Studios LLC presents
Yeah,
DragonLance.
Here we go. I'll tell you. Your proficiency is
3,
So
Yeah,
Adam,
2,
so 3.
3. Yeah.
What's your
Adam, quickly
Good.
while this is going on,
Sure.
Kilani and the Bears are playing in the snow.
Okay. Now
What's
the
your-
bears will, by the way, will not be able to fit into this cabin. However, the rest of you will.
Okay.
What's your intelligence modifier?
1.
Oh, +1 or -1?
Plus.
+1. Okay, cool. So there you go. Roll a d20, add 4.
By the way, those of you watching us live on twitch.tv/Wicked Studios LLC, we have a drawing for a $10 gift certificate through Drive-Thru RPG or DM's Guild, because they're owned by the same people. It works both ways.
Yep.
All you have to do is go into chat and type !drawing to be entered. Now, if you are a subscriber, you will get 4 extra chances to win. And now remember, you have to watch the stream to win the cash. So if we pick the number, and this one I guess is, or pick the winner, at halftime. I was going to call it after intermission. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
This first one? At intermission, if you are not here, we will continue to pick until somebody is. Now let's be honest. How many streams are really giving you cash to watch them? We are not above bribery. You watch us, we will pay you if you win and are still here watching. So join us. Critical Role? Fuck no, they're not going to do that. Name me another stream. I don't know any other streams. Anybody know any other streams? Nobody knows
I
any
don't-
other streams.
I just watched this stream.
Right. But nobody else is going to give you anything. Nobody besides
The
us.
only other streams that I know of give you stuff. But Critical Role
Fuck
doesn't.
you. Well, but there's only 13 people currently watching us now, so your chances of winning are really good. So join us here on Wicked Studio. Oh, thank you, Big Mac Tim, for rating with a party of 1, making your chances of winning even smaller. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Smaller by 2. Thanks, guys.
All right,
One-man
so I
raid.
rolled with my +4. I rolled a 16.
There you go. It's pretty good.
This is a very different kind of boat than you are used to, right? You're used to
Oh boy,
water ships. This is an
Sure.
ice ship of sorts.
sure.
You
Like a
feel
ship.
like if you had more time between the two of you, you could probably figure this out. However, in the dark and the cold, it's eluding your grasp right now. But you're so close. Like, you know that you have the pieces with this other boat. In fact, you know, as you're inspecting both, that you need to grab some more wood and some other pieces in order to make this work, and you do so during this time. So, but it's going to take a little bit more time than you feel like you have before it gets too dark and cold to be able to fix.
Right. So we would have to bunk down for the night in a turned over ship and then work on it in the morning.
That's what you feel like, yes. But between the two of you, you feel like if you continue to sort of talk through this with the right materials, you can do it. And part of the problem is putting it together, because you have enough of the wood.
Plenty of labor here. Just gonna point that
Yeah,
out.
plenty of labor,
Also,
plenty of
also
material.
Zarek knows mending, and
That's
the
true.
way we kind of said that works because magic isn't really a thing. Like, we kind of just said he's like really, really, really good at fixing stuff.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
So
so
between the
we have that
three of
too.
you, you feel like in the morning with all of the materials have been able to gather, you feel like you could probably do it, but this first go at this time frame, to be honest, you just missed the DC.
I had a feeling you were thinking like.
Oh wait,
I was
you have
figuring 18. I
advantage.
was
You
figuring
have
exactly
no,
18.
you have advantage.
right, I have
Roll
advantage.
You
again.
have you have
Roll
advantage.
That's advantage. That's right.
Roll again. Oh, bully, bully, bully.
18!
Ooh, nice.
So you were saying, Adam, how well we were fixing this ship right here and now.
And you were able to absolutely fix the ship. The problem still is, and that's between the three of you, and Zarek's definitely helped, getting this ship right side up now, after the time it takes to fix this, getting it right side up before the cold and the wind. You can continue to try as the sun goes down, which again it's very dark here to begin with anyway because of the snow. So it's there's not a lot of daylight left anyway because of the time of the day and the snow. You can continue to do this, but it's going to be at a cost.
Oh man, if my bro were here, he'd know how to flip it.
Just
Thank
wait
you,
until-
Count von Zarovich, for following the stream on
Friggin'
Twitch.
sweet.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. We got a vampire
We
following
got a fucking
us.
vampire following us on Twitch. And I'm assuming he's literally a fucking vampire.
Well, der.
I mean, we don't know what he's fucking. It's none of our business.
Oh, Jesus.
And he'll thank us to stay out of his personal affairs, I'm sure. Now we got a first-time chat from Count von Zorovich.
Huzzah.
And Lord Gasumba rating with a party of 62. Jay, thank you, and huzzah.
Huzzah!
And
Hey, Jay.
hello, Raiders, which sounds
Welcome,
super
Raiders.
cool to say.
Unless you're a Broncos, Chargers, or whoever else is in that division fan.
Oh, Will is a Broncos.
See what it's. I am not a Broncos fan.
You're
I
not?
think-
Are you? No, I'm sorry. What was I thinking? You're a Cleveland Browns fan because you're
Yes,
from the
sir.
coast. Thank you, Iceman Lilith, for following. Huzzah!
Steelers. Thank you, Pernland.
Huzzah.
Steelers. Yeah.
You like the Steelers?
What? No.
You're a Browns fan.
Yeah, no, he typed. I was thinking for a hot sec. I had a senior moment because I couldn't name all the teams in the
Got it,
AFC
got
West,
it.
and I look down, I see Steelers. I'm like, yeah, that's it, Steelers. I'm like, wait, no, it's not.
No.
Oh, the
I'm a-
hell with the Steelers.
I'm a
Jeez,
Washington
thank you.
football fan, and for the life of me, I don't know why.
It's fun rooting for the underdog.
Yeah, no, it's not because they always lose. For the
That's
last
the underdog.
25 years, easy. They've only lost.
No, whatever. If we're gonna see whose team's worse, you're
Oh
gonna
no, the
lose,
Browns
okay?
are worse.
Were.
They still are.
No, past 2 years we've had better records than the
Doesn't
Washington
matter.
football
Big picture.
team.
Big picture. You're going cumulative. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're here playing Wicked Studios presents Dragonlance: Dragons of Ice, Part 9? Question mark? I think it's 9. Anyway,
All right. So we
you
fixed
guys
the
are
ship, we
able
just
to
need right.
repair the boat.
Yeah.
If you would like to continue in this cold environ.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. No, we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay,
I'm sure we're exhausted at this point.
you're getting close. All right, so you go
Yeah.
inside. Again, you have
down.
everybody inside the boat. Well, just move your characters and NPCs, all 500 of them, into the boat. Obviously,
adding
the polar bears will be outside because they cannot fit inside this cabin. And even all of you, because there are so many of you, are really tight within this. That being said, it
Do we
gives
really
you...
need to move the tokens onto the boat?
Could you do
Is
it
that
for
what you
me?
said?
That'd be
All
nice.
right, fine.
I'd appreciate
the
it.
boat.
Just to show that you... And the funny thing is, I'm not even showing this screen to the viewers.
It's just for you.
It's just for me
Just for
personally. It would
Yeah,
make me
'cause
feel better.
I need to
know
take a
where
rest.
you are.
I'm going to let me see how many. I'm going to use some hit dice here.
Okay.
Uh,
Before you do that,
'cause- oh jeez.
because I don't want you to waste hit dice.
Well, I could get a rest.
Oh
use hit
shit!
dice as a
By the
short
way,
rest.
guys, for those of you who just raided into the stream, although it doesn't look like any of you stayed because I still see 13 viewers, but that might be a Streamlabs problem. Streamlabs, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. Join, participate. I guess is probably a better word. Our
You want me to do this?
contest.
Do you want me to do this?
I would love
All
to.
right.
I would prefer to do this, as a matter of fact. We have a contest going on right now. All you need to do is type !drawing in the chat to win a $10 gift certificate to either Drive-Thru RPG or DM's Guild, because they're all run by the same people. So you want to win? !drawing. That being said, we're going to pick this sometime round intermission. If you're not here, we will pick somebody else. Why? Because you have to watch the stream to win the cash. And there's literally nobody else that will give you anything for watching your stream. Except for us. Oh, by the way.
Entertainment. They'll give you entertainment.
Weird. We should probably start doing that too.
It might be a good idea, but you know, in the
Why
meantime, the drawing's
You've
pretty
given
good.
me a lot to think about.
Why start
Kaz.
now?
You know what? You can always grow and learn, Will.
I'm going to use my hit dice because I can use them on a short rest. And
Right, but don't you want a long rest?
Yeah, but I'll get. This is in case. Trust me.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be nice to you right now, which is unlikely.
I can use half and still get them back with a long rest.
That's fair.
And this way, I'll have hit points in case anything attacks us in the
Cinnamon
middle of
says
the
Lord
night.
Gasumba gives prizes at him. Lord Gasumba also gives entertainment. That's not. Both are completely irrelevant to this conversation, Cinnamon.
So I'm rolling my hit dice.
Right, I'm telling you don't need to bother because I'm going to be nice. I'm a benevolent DM, as you all know. If you do not get a full 8 hours rest, if you get at least 1 hour, I will let you backtrack and re-roll any hit dice or anything like that, or any other abilities that you get after that short rest.
That's
so, I'm assuming none of you are going to stand watch.
Well, yeah.
I said none of you.
Okay.
Why are you assuming that?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, why are you
I was
doing that?
trying to
So we have 4 elves.
persuade you
Yeah.
to just sleep soundly.
We will during our shifts. When our shifts.
All right, fine. What's the watch?
Alphasian will go first.
Okay.
So will Kaylani and the bears.
All right. The bears are outside.
Yep.
Bears
Kaylani
are
will be
bears are a separate watch.
okay. Kaylani will be out with the bears then.
Kaylani feels like she may not survive an entire 8 hours outside sleeping.
Well, she could turn into a bear.
Then go do it. How long does that last for?
I think
Quite a few hours.
It's a while.
It lasts for half your level.
Half your druid level, right? So it's 4 hours.
All right.
For 4
So
hours.
for 4 hours, she can hang out with a bear.
Totally enough for their turn at watch.
Fine.
100%.
Yeah, that's cool.
Zarek will take a watch too.
So that's third watch.
And Derek and the other knights will watch the end.
Okay. And the rest of you will sleep. Okay. Thank you, Jason, for putting that on the screen, even though none of the viewers can see it. I would like first watch is Kaylani.
Okay.
First watch was Alphasian.
Salvation's gonna be second, just because she's outside.
Oh no,
already.
that's right. You were watching with Alphasian. That's right.
Oh yeah, so Alphasian and Alphasian roll d20 with disadvantage. Kaylani roll flat d20.
Okay.
D20 with disadvantage. It's not a skill or anything. Just flat D20.
Correct.
I got a 6.
Oh,
Well,
I got
an
an
8 and a 9.
We're starting off the night great, guys.
None of you notice. You're rolling Zarek like numbers here so far.
it's all right. There's
Or
a bunch
Flint to hit.
there's a bunch of polar bears here. I'm not really concerned.
The polar bears are all outside playing in the snow.
All right.
They don't notice anything.
No, they're having a great time.
A great time.
It's a
great
full
time.
moon.
Yep.
The snow's coming down.
They're like spinning on their butts and stuff on the
Yeah.
icy patches. It's great.
Snow angels.
Yep.
It's really
Yeah.
wonderful.
Like a
you
Coca-Cola Christmas commercial.
It's beautiful. It really is just like a symphony of white giant bears in the snow.
and luckily, nothing of note happens. Next watch.
You can turn people into polar bears too, right, Keelan?
Ken.
Ah. Who's ever on watch could be a polar bear.
Yeah, Big Mac Tim just gave you that idea, by the way, Will.
Hey, I'll have you know you shouldn't be reading the chat. You should be running the game, mister.
That's if Kaylani really wants to, and she might just turn you into something else.
And Promenade says, I was just going to say, why am I craving a Coke right now?
Okay, so Alphasian goes in and he gets right to sleep because he's beat the hell up and tired.
Okay. Who's second watch?
Was that?
Second watch was Kehlani and the polar bears.
No, they all went first watch.
Yeah, that was actually first with Alphasian. Wasn't it Jadek? Weren't you doing second watch?
Jack didn't say shit. He gives you the middle finger.
Static ass the
Or the middle
out.
hoof.
Gilthinus will take a watch.
Okay. Gilthinus, second watch. Roll me.
Gilthinus and Lorana. There you go.
Lorana's
Sure.
going to sleep, but Gilthinus will take it with her.
Ever.
Roll me a d20. 7.
And
Gilthinus doesn't know.
Why did Gilthinus not get disadvantage?
He should have disadvantage. Not that he could do much worse on a 7, but yes, he will have
all right,
disadvantage. You're right.
I'll do it.
7.
I got a
He
7.
rolled the exact
And
same
that's
thing.
Jason saying, fuck you to you, Will. I'll just keep rolling 7s, motherfucker.
I'm just saying, if Alphasian's got to roll with disadvantage, fair is fair, right?
Oh, Big Mac Tim is a good point. Coca-Cola, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. Thank you, Big Mac Tim, for calling me out on that one. Gilthinus doesn't notice anything. Next watch.
Disadvantage, I got 14.
14. Zarek. Only one paying attention. For a first, by the way. Because Zarek never pays attention on watch.
He pays attention. He's just been preoccupied lately.
True. And you're really thinking a lot about what's happened with the loss of your brother and not knowing where he is.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The situation with your ex or current or estranged lover, I guess we'd say.
I think
Kitiara.
at this
Strange.
point it's a strange.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't know. We don't know what's going
Kitiara.
on with that until we get the two of them back together.
No, they're like not. He wouldn't. He's just heartbroken.
Yeah, and
I feel that
Go ahead.
Derek is definitely the kind of person, though, that gives people second chances or third chances, even. So If she were to come back going, I'm sorry, I fucked up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He'd
Absolutely.
be like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. That'd have to be like a moment.
It would have to be the specific situation. But Zarek also found out.
Mr.
Thank
Okara
you.
doesn't think that far ahead.
Thank you, Sidrin, for cheering 1,000 bits. Huzzah! That is
Huzzah!
not one,
Yeah.
but two inspiration
Two.
points for all of the player characters
We
here tonight.
Thank you, Sidrin.
Thank you, Sidrin.
Much inspiration.
And
And Kim Chan, start using inspiration.
well, you see how I'm hoarding them?
Yeah, I do. We'll get to the final episode with the final big boss.
Maybe left 25.
And that's when I'm going to use them.
And every roll will have inspiration.
Man,
Gotta
the
save
Them like potions in a Final Fantasy game.
exactly, yeah. Zarek also has not mentioned to anybody that Kitiara is the Blue Lady, the Dragon High Lord.
Pretty sure he did.
I don't think he did.
Oh.
I'm 99% sure you did not.
Wait, didn't Zarek tell
Oh,
Flint?
you know what?
No.
He told Zane.
No.
Pretty sure when he was when
No.
they thought. Oh no, he didn't.
He didn't get because he found that out after when they were separated.
No. I'm saying like when Zarek was like an illusion.
That's
That bit?
true.
But he did. I don't think he actually told him because he realized Zane wasn't Zane,
Yeah, he didn't.
so he didn't tell him anything.
Yeah. So right now, this is a burden Zarek is carrying himself. But Zarek, you notice. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You have something to say? You'd like to say? We'll up.
I was just gonna tell Broman they're not really spoilers because all that actually happened in the episode.
Yes, correct.
So
And already, yes, we're
it's more of a
already past this.
recap than anything else.
Yeah, you just forgot. For the spoilers for the players, but look, these are professional actors and Will that we're dealing with here.
Very true.
So they know how to play their character without revealing what the actor knows. And that's life, in a way, as a metaphor. And I'll let you ponder upon that, dear viewers. But what you do notice, Zarek, the winds are really beginning to howl. You peek your head out the door a little bit, and the snow is really coming down. Even the polar bears outside are huddled, easy for me to say, huddled together. The storm itself is getting worse and worse out there. So while you don't notice any creatures or humanoids coming to attack, it may be because the weather is just getting worse and worse. Who's going last?
Derek.
Fine, Derek Crownguard.
Derek and the Knights.
Kim Chan, roll me a d20.
So while he's switching watch, he'll just mention that to them.
Okay.
Can Sir Tasselhoff have the watch with Derek, please?
Sure, yes.
Of course. It's
Kim Chan,
the Knights.
Yeah, Kim Chan, you played Derek. You've known him enough here.
But he
I'll
did
play
not-
Tasselhoff.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, is that
that's
blue?
an advantage then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been really into watching the computer lately. And he likes to get involved, so he's been actually like lying on top of the keyboard.
Oh yeah.
So he was
That's the way to do it.
just-
He's turning into prototypical cat, but we'll let him play.
Yeah.
Which one of the
He just-
NPCs?
he just wants to be involved.
So do I
And
get
he-
to roll with advantage on that? With
It would be
The disadvantage because Tasselhoff is
that's true.
distracting you. Yes.
Fine. 9.
9 or 4?
Yeah,
9.
okay, 9.
Yeah. So Tasselhoff keeps. What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Have I ever told you, by the way, by the time that I met a woolly mammoth?
No. He's like, no, you haven't.
And
I
that's
think Derek would be more like, Aaron, keep this one entertained while I keep watching.
Yeah. Well, he's
I'm
not gonna.
sure
He's
he
gonna let
started
Aaron
that
sleep.
way.
But yeah, but basically, and then you keep catching Tasselhoff stealing things from your pouch, although he says that you drop them. So this goes on for another 3 hours or whatever it is we have left. Morning comes. You all wake. The storm is still raging out there.
Zarek will turn to Kaylani and be like, how are the polar bears out there?
She goes and looks at them. She's like, they're pretty cold, but they're doing okay. I'm gonna go feed them right now.
Do you want help?
Sure.
What is she taking to feed them?
What's that?
Good berries, right?
Good berries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had images of them dragging off an NPC.
I mean, they could eat,
Nice
they could
try.
eat the walrus people too, but
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they would have already dined on them probably.
well, that
Well,
was
there's
dinner.
plenty.
That was dinner last night.
All night.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
plenty because there's like what, 12 of those guys?
There were
There's
7.
a lot
yeah.
more. Yeah. No, there were 7 attacking Alphasian alone.
Yeah, that was all of them. Yeah, the rest of them, all the other player characters just watching.
He could handle himself.
So we need to finish this ship. Is this going to be an
So the
issue?
ship is fixed, I believe, right, Adam? Like, we fixed the ship.
It's fixed. It's not
We just
gotta
righted.
straight- Yeah, we got to.
So we got to write it. We've got 3 polar bears.
We got 3 bears. and a lot of
Possibly
them.
more because Kaylani could change into a polar bear. There's 4
It's a
polar bears.
blizzard.
Blizzard.
Perfect.
Still.
Kaylani and Zarek. What do you, how many layers do you guys have on?
2.
I have 2.
Ooh, Mr. Carter. Ooh,
Yeah.
I got a question. Can Kaylani transform into a mammoth?
I've never seen one.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever seen one.
Can Kaylani change into a mammoth?
Not
if she's never seen one, then
one.
no.
What if we described it to her?
Yes.
I mean, Tasselhoff has seen one. He just told
Tasselhoff
Sarah
has
this
seen
all
one.
night.
Of course.
That's
Tesla
right.
has seen one.
Tasselhoff would gladly explain what a mammoth is.
So you're having this conversation before or
Change
after you go out
Tasselhoff.
to feed the.
Into a mammoth.
She's
Yeah.
not having this conversation. She's outside feeding the polar bears.
Okay.
No, we're having this conversation like Jadik and
Kaylani and Zarek.
I think it's going to take all of us.
8 points
gonna
of
be-
cold damage.
Holy crap. That's with 2 layers?
Yeah, that's with 2 layers. Who has 1 layer? Alphasian?
Well, Alphasian and all of the knights
Yeah.
only have 1 layer.
Well, I thought they already had gear, and then on top of
No,
that,
they just have their
No,
gear.
yeah, it's just about the actual cold protection. I mean, layers
Oh,
of cold
gotcha.
protection you have.
Gotcha.
So basically, if you only got 1 layer of winter gear, then you're screwed. If you have 2 layers of winter gear, you're slightly screwed. So,
If you have none, you're fucked.
well, all of us are going to have to work to try and right the ship and just take the damage.
Yeah.
Either that, or we're going to spend the winter here. I don't
Or we
see
could just
any
wait
other
for
way.
the blizzard to pass.
Too easy.
And then no, that's not going to happen. And then if Adam were me, I'd have it snowed in.
I'm
You'd
not
have to
you.
spend a week shoveling out before, and then you go, well, do you have any shovels? Oh, and then you have to build some
Yeah,
shovels.
that's you. I'm a benevolent DM. You're a dick.
Fair enough. But I think all of us, and I can't think. I mean, polar bears they're really strong, and I don't think that there's an option of anything larger, right?
Not that she's familiar with, but she's outside
Exactly.
feeding them.
So, yeah, I think
I still think we can get Barefoot to describe Mammoth to Kaylani, or at least Kaylani change Barefoot into a Mammoth, and then we have that extra. So we could have 4 polar bears and a Mammoth helping us try to write this thing.
so. I got a question, Adam.
Yes. You,
So
the
the
attentive one in the front.
The polar bears dined on the Tanoi, right?
Thanoi, yeah.
Sure did.
There's probably enough scraps of their skin that we could use to make cold weather gear, right?
Nope.
God, thanks, Mac. I appreciate the try. All right.
We've already established that the polar bears ate them.
Yeah.
And
Skin
also,
them.
it would still be a thin skin. It's like if you were to skin
Yeah,
Jack.
because the blubber's what really keeps them warm.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to think about that. Don't say that again.
So that's why maybe you shouldn't talk about skinning Thanoi, you assholes.
Just saying.
Yeah, no.
All right. So, well, we've got no option. We got to get out there and get to work.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so
Alpha should be like, who
what's
among
our-
us
what-
knows how to use like levers or something to help us right the ship so that we can get on our way?
So, Adam, while Kaylani's out feeding the polar bears,
Mhm.
since the staff of the Woodlands has recharged over the night, she's going to cast Awaken on Sprinkles.
Okay.
And now he
I thought
is
Sprinkles was already
awakened.
awakened.
No, Mr. Cuddles was
Oh,
awakened.
Mr. Cuddles
Sprinkles-
was awakened. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is on Sprinkles. Got it.
Yep.
what are our supply situation in terms of
Not
like,
great.
rations?
Not great.
Like whatever.
Especially now that we can't eat the
Yeah.
Tanoi because they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have like maybe a couple of days left.
Right.
Is my guess, without looking at all your character sheets, but not a lot. But although the good berries have actually, you probably have like 3 or 4 days.
Actually, I think our food sources are pretty close
Yeah, because
to
of the good
being
berries, you probably have like 4 or 5 days. Actually,
good berries, and we actually, I want to say, although this doesn't sound right in my head now that I'm thinking it through, that we were eating. We didn't eat the polar bear that died, did we?
No.
I wouldn't think so. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll say you have 4 days of.
No,
food
Kaylani
left.
saved the polar bear that died.
Right. That's
4
one the
days
three-
of food.
Yeah.
Not counting the good berries, which obviously satiate you. As
Right.
you go.
Okay, so we got 3 polar bears, 4 if Kaylani changes into one. How are we feeling on the whole changing Barefoot into a mammoth? Because he knows what it looks like.
I would love to be a mammoth.
Yeah, okay, good. Jadik's like, yes, that is an idea, good. And then with all the rope from from the broken ship and this ship and the rope that we all have in our packs, because we all have rope, we can definitely pull this thing, turn this thing over.
Right, but will we survive? Can we do it fast enough that none
Well,
of
that's
us are
what I'm
going
saying.
to die?
With all that muscle, with the animals helping, all of us doing it, I'm willing to bet it won't take that long.
Like how much damage are we talking? Like how often are we going to be taking the damage when we go out there? How quickly did the people who already took damage? How quickly did they take said damage?
Yeah, I was
went
gonna say,
out-
are
they
we,
went
are
out
we
to-
back yet?
they
Are we
went
back
out
to have
to
this conversation?
They literally just went out to feed the polar bears and took 8 points of damage.
So
Right,
probably like 15
10
seconds.
minutes. Oh,
Quickly, it happens.
Right, Adam? Like
it
less than a
happened.
minute?
It happened very quickly. You weren't counting, but it happened.
But less than a minute.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's no way that we're going to, even with 4 polar bears
Yeah.
and mammoth. There's no way we're going to rate this in less than like 15 minutes.
You got that right.
Getting it set up,
Right.
getting the ropes set up, and actually making it happen. It's going to take at
Right.
least 15 minutes, and that's a
That's
that's
fast.
if everything goes perfectly well.
Yeah. Okay. So
We could be
maybe
dead
should
by
just
then.
wait out the storm. Then maybe we should just wait out. The
I
storm.
don't think we have an option but to wait out the storm.
Yeah.
Zarek will be like, okay, you go do it.
Yeah.
There's always an option. It's D&D.
We don't have really.
No, we really don't.
It's too bad Ergrin isn't here. He could help you with the
It's
protection.
too bad Ergrin isn't here. You're right.
He's got some magic that can protect you from the cold, but say lovey.
Oh well. Have to suffer on without him.
So
Nice.
and basically the knights, they don't know nothing about no magic no ways, and nobody really does. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we have to wait.
Can't do anything about the cold, right? No.
That or wait for the ice
Oh,
dragon to
not on-
show up and
not
try
on
to
the
convince him to help us out.
Not on the level you're talking.
I'm
on
not
the
going to
level
say that there's an ice dragon, but I'm also not going to say that there's not an ice dragon.
I've seen the picture.
By the way,
I've seen
Larry
the title of
Elmore
the,
on LarryElmore.com is having a sale for a Black Friday sale on his stuff. So check it out. I will actually, hold on, show you. I have this one signed by Larry Elmore. This is the cover of the Dragons of
Autumn Twilight.
thank you. Yes, Autumn Twilight picture. There's this. You can't really see it, but the signature's down there. And then the other one is the cover of the module we are running now, Dragons of Ice, also painted by Larry Elmore. Awesome cover. We got Lorana in the foreground there. We got I won't say the name of the dragon, but the white dragon in the background there. On the same type of ship these guys are trying to fix right now, by the way. Great picture. So check those out. I would recommend getting them because, again, I mean, for a pretty reasonable price, I mean, they're not cheap, but pretty reasonable price for a painting, print of a painting with Larry Elmore's signature. Check it out, LarryElmore.com. And there is a sale. I think it's 20%
Larry,
off
if
or
you'd like to
something
be a sponsor, we'd love to
like that.
have you.
You know what? I'd love Larry just to come on the show.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, ask him. He'd probably do it.
He probably
Have him
would,
play an
actually.
NPC.
Yeah.
Have him play an NPC.
Yeah, he probably would.
All right. Well, I guess we just hunker
Yeah,
down and
we're-
see if this thing blows over. I don't have much
4
faith in
days
that.
later.
Right. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen.
All right, is that what everybody
That's
wants
the
to do?
worry.
Literally, Alphasian, this is way out of his wheelhouse. He's got no suggestions. All he's got is his skill and his strength, and neither of those are going to help here. So I'm
Yeah, I
almost
think-
tempted
I
to
think
ask
Cole-
So is that what you want to do? You want to wait the storm out?
ask Tasselhoff if he's got something special in his bag, like a
Oh, he'll pull out all
teleport-
sorts of shit.
teleportation circle or some shit. I don't know.
That's not one of the things he has in his pouches.
You know,
Is that what you guys want to try to weigh out the storm?
So,
At least
is there
for
any
the-
chance of making a survival and/or nature check to see if we feel like this might be passing in a certain time frame?
I
you're
will
a
let
scout, right?
whoever
Yeah,
you are a
yeah.
scout, so you can.
Yeah,
and
he's
if
a
anybody
scout.
wants to help you, you can make a survival check with advantage. Although, because you're not used to this weather, it would just be a flat check or disadvantage if you're doing it on your own. Can anybody help him, and how can you help him?
I have proficiency in survival. I don't know if that helps
we-
at all.
That helps.
We have a couple of awakened bears.
True.
the
they're
awakened
very-
bears could
Good talking
probably.
to the bear.
Very familiar with
Yeah.
everything here.
So with that, you can roll a straight survival check between Zarek and the Bears, which is the name of my new band.
It's a good name.
Oh,
12.
Inspiration. Inspiration.
Yeah, let's do some
inspiration.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nat 20 for a 28. My goodness.
You can tell the weather for the next 4 days.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be passing in about 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get a nice warm front coming through.
Not
Around
only
2
can
o'clock, it's going to get a little cloudy again, but then
Yeah.
at 3 o'clock, it'll be better.
You're
Yeah.
fascinated with cold regions, even though you
Yes.
hadn't been there, so you read a lot about
you
them. In
you actually
preparation.
create the Farmer's Almanac. So you can tell by the conversations you have with these awakened polar bears, and there's 2 out of 3 that are awakened. The other one's just super cool and snuggly. And just from you as a tracker and, you know, learning about weather patterns over the years and your days on the trail.
Eric's 2 cents.
Both of them.
Exactly. You figure that this is going to be at least a few days.
So what the DM's telling us, there is a way. Now there was nothing in the Rex that possibly could help us. Like
I gave you 8 fucking furs.
Well, there's a whole bunch of rope
I'm
and
just
stuff like that.
asking, man.
There's probably all the wood we could use to like.
There's a ton of wood in that other ship that's now almost covered in snow. But yeah, you can, and it's wet. But you can.
Oh my god, I got it. This is what we do. We set the wreck on fire. The heat from the burning ship next to us helps us keep us warm while we write this one. Eh?
These are 5-foot squares. I will let you think about this as we go to intermission, since it's 10:37. So thank you, ladies, gentlemen, and others, for hanging out with us on D&D Fridays for DragonLance, Dragon. Nope, I lied. Wicked Studios, DragonLance, Dragons of Dreams. Fuck.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, were you going to do the drawing before
Not
intermission?
working today.
Are we, or do it after?
Let's do it before. This
Sure.
way it's done. Anybody that wants
So
to
we're
get
not
in, do
quite
the
going to be able to.
exclamation mark
Intermission, yeah.
drawing to get a $10
Which-
gift certificate to Drive Through RPG, or as Adam likes to point out, DM skill, because it works.
I
both.
like DM skill. Yeah.
I do too. You can go ahead and just type exclamation mark drawing into the chat, provided, of course, you're here watching us on Twitch. We'll give you 5 seconds for that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so
Time moves fast here.
all right,
in
let's go ahead.
the
I'm gonna
netherworld.
let's go ahead and pick a winner. Asher,
Asher
the
the Bear!
Congratulations!
Yes.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Now here's the real trick.
Are you here?
Asher, are you still here? Asher.
Asher's
There he is.
here.
Okay,
I
so
did-
Asher, what I
That's the will.dm.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
okay, so Asher, what you need to do is message me the email address that is connected to your Drive-Through RPG account.
So you're messaging Wicked Studios because
Wicked
you
Studios,
are
yes.
Wicked Studios.
Yes. Message. Don't type it in chat, please. Message me, and then
Because you
I
don't
will
want
go
these
ahead and set it up.
reprobates emailing you, is what he's saying.
And what will happen is that the gift certificate will be a payment option upon checkout when you next shop on Drive-Through or the DM's Guild.
Nice. And you can buy stuff that Will wrote, which is great. But also you can buy like PDF versions of these cool modules like we're playing now. Tracy,
Yeah.
Ray Hickman, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So congratulations, Asher the Bear. And thank you guys for hanging out with us on D&D Fridays for Wicked Studios presents Wicked Studios presents DragonLance, Dragons of Ice, Part 9, ? And we'll be back momentarily.
Yeah.
And we're back. Welcome, ladies, and welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Wicked Studios presents DragonLance, Dragons of Ice, Part 9, ? I am Adam, your Dungeon Master. These are the players: KD, Will the Player, Kemchan, Gaz, and Jason. And it's not that Will is so much cooler than everybody else, but I gave him that nickname, so I say it like that.
You did.
Is that Dilly? Hey, Dilly. Hi. Anyway, for those of you listening on podcast, it's none of your business what's going on.
And there you go.
Imagine with your mind's eye what's happening right now. And you know what? For you, that's truth. So, you guys have decided to wait out the storm. Yes?
Yeah.
Well, we got information that the storm would be 3 days.
3 or 4
Possibly.
days.
It will be how long? Because you said a few days, and with that natural 20, I feel like I should have a little better
3 or 4
understanding
days.
of
3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And we have enough food for 4 days.
Will
Yeah.
the polar
Not
bears will the polar bears survive?
Roll me a animal handling check.
And setting the other boat on fire is off the
With
table.
advantage because you're a druid.
Okay.
Which I did realize we're on top of ice and maybe burning the boat.
21.
there is-
Yeah.
maybe not a good
Yes,
idea.
they will survive.
Okay.
Also, I don't think we have like a few gallons of kerosene to really light the other boat on fire.
That's
in the middle of this
that's
blizzard.
quitter talk.
So,
And I won't stand for it.
look, Flint and Steel just standing there. In the blizzard. Come on, burn, damn it!
Just not used to not having this magic.
In
is
the
what
middle
it
of a
is.
blizzard. Yeah, you
Where
guys
there's
have,
a will, there's a way.
hey, you guys don't have any. Like you have the druidic magic, and that's it, right?
Yeah, but nobody in the party knows how that works or to even recommend something.
That's true.
That's the deal. So it's not like, Alphasian go, well, Kaylani, I do believe that you can do blah, 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 blah.
No fucking idea.
Exactly.
And frankly, like, she might not want to.
Yeah. So
And she also doesn't really fully understand her powers. Like they just are. Like she can't describe them necessarily.
It's not like we've got the ever reliable and dependable Erdgren here to save the day.
Damn shame. Damn shame.
It is. Yeah. One TPK just because you don't have Erdgren around.
So you guys are gonna hole up here and wait out
Yeah.
the storm.
We don't really have any other options, I'm thinking.
All right.
So
Is there anything you want to do or talk about in day 1 of the storm?
Snow Angels.
Queen Tiamat, hello.
Oh.
So
Her Majesty has entered the building.
I think Jadek would want to try to make the interior of the ship a little more comfortable, or at least hospitable to what's going on, to the
still
blizzard.
on its side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like everything's turned over. So I think he would want to right the.
Now this is a ship,
Isn't
so
there
it's
an
like
iron
3/4 over. So it's not like full on the side, but 3/4 over. Yeah.
So like, didn't you say there was like a turned over iron stove?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think he would want to right that. So
Okay.
he can.
Ooh,
at least
could we
get
use that?
Some heat. Yeah. I mean, it's
Is
just
it-
turned over.
Well, I'm thinking for ventilation's sake and what have you. Could we jury rig it proper like so that we could
Pretty
use
sure
it?
we could. Yeah.
If you
Hey,
roll something, yes,
Adam, could you describe the boat for me? Because I wasn't here last time.
yes.
Yes, Brahmanar. Jadek is decorating. I know because Jadek looks at the boat and goes, "My new boat."
Yeah,
So-
exactly. It's a long boat with basically wooden skis, 2 on the back end, 1 on the front. The one on the front on this one is broken. There is a sail in the center.
Or was broken?
Well, they fixed it since, yes, but
Yeah.
it was broken. Sail in the center, which is tattered and ripped a little bit. However, you feel like it could be used. It still could be used on this one. In the front part of it, there is a cabin, which is what you guys are in. It is big enough to house all of you uncomfortably, 3/4 on the side.
I beg to differ. I don't think it's uncomfortably. That's a lot of body heat. That's
fair. The body heat does help, yes, but it's still not like a comfortable room in the inn.
But it smells like lilacs and vanilla because Kaylani has been casting druidcraft, creating little buds of flowers growing
Smells
everywhere they can.
great. Smells
And
great.
Alphasian says thank you because there's a bunch of sweaty dudes up in here.
Yeah.
So yes, he's down.
Right. So that's the effect of this ship.
Was there any cargo in here other than like there was a turned over dresser where all the furs were?
Right. There is in this part of the ship. There is no cargo. No.
In this part of the ship. So if we go down into the cargo hold, can we check that out?
You would have to leave the cabin to do so.
But but isn't it all under the deck? Isn't it all connected under the deck?
Not connected, no.
So we'd have to go up on the deck and then go back down.
Yes, but again, this is not a big ship either.
Right.
This is effectively a small sailboat.
Okay. But there is a cargo hold.
You imagine, but you haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so I think that's what Jadek would want to do. He would take the risk and to fully explore this ship and see what's going on with it. What does it hold?
So right before Jadek goes out the door, Kaylani goes over to him, grabs him by the sides of the face and says, "I'm coming with you to keep you safe."
Jadek's like, no. I don't need you freezing out there. You're the only magic we have. No. You stay here.
I dare say that Kalani is probably one of the most hardest of the bunch. And no offense to you and your horned abilities, good sir.
Wow.
I think that you should
Racist.
take... well, he's got horns, doesn't he? And I've seen him gore people with those horns. Wait a minute, I'm talking to... no one. I mean, where did that come from?
Voices in the sky.
But I think you should probably take Kalani with you. She'd be the most help in this endeavor.
Jadek just kind of side eyes you. All right.
She says, "He's smart," and she just opens the door and then hops outside into the freezing cold.
Yeah, and Alphasia's like, "Hurry now, so we can close the door."
all right. Fine. Jadek follows, shuts the door behind him.
Okay. You guys make it across the deck of the ship. What layers do you have on you?
I have my natural fur, my cloak, and then the winter cloak on top.
Kaylani has two layers.
Yeah, only the knights have one layer. Everybody else has got two.
You each take 9 points of damage.
Oof. Oh, so wait, did Jadek get a full night's rest? He got a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're all at a full
Yes.
night's sleep.
Okay.
Is this
right.
day
Full
2,
rest.
or is this day 2, or is this the same day I fed the polar bears?
This is day 2 now.
Okay, so we're reset.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You find that this ship has a small cargo hold in the back. However, it is covered in ice and snow, so it is not easy to just open.
I would. Let me see. I'd use like the frost reaver that I took
Okay.
to cut that, to chip away that ice so I can get in.
Sure. Roll attack.
The reaver.
Yep.
Now you have to say hello.
24.
Hi, Gertie.
She actually said hello on cue too.
Yeah,
That
she
was
did. She
awesome.
really did a good job.
And now she's gone.
She had nothing more to prove.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You're able to crack away the ice, open the hold. You see stores of food,
Nice.
meats in particular.
Yes.
Hard to tell what,
Doesn't matter.
but yeah. You effectively find enough food for 21 days.
Awesome. So I grab a bunch, give some to Kalani to carry, and bring it back with me. Shut the door, keep it protected.
Anything else in there, Adam?
Nope.
Okay. And that's the only cargo hold?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's not that big.
Yep. It's more like the storage, like the pantry
Correct.
and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bring it back with a sand. I guess. Yeah, go ahead.
Before you get back, whoops, hold on. Forget that and roll. You take another 9 points of damage.
Okay. But I got the stove going in the inside there, so that wouldn't help.
When you
That
get
was
there,
getting
yeah.
to and from.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when I don't recover any with the heat.
No, that's not how it works.
Fine.
You just don't take any more damage.
Okay. All right then. Yeah, bring back some like this dried out meat. Say, all right, we're actually pretty good with food for the next few days. Like pass
Yeah,
it
with
out.
all of you, you probably there's a lot of you. It's probably a week worth of food for all of you.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
That was going to be my question. I was going to say 21 days for one person or
Yeah,
21 days for
I
all.
just
Hey,
counted
buddy.
all of the NPCs.
Yeah, Janet's all like, so I'm good. I'm gonna rush you. I don't know.
You're gonna have to like fight it out.
Oh man.
Yep. If you'd like to re-enter for the second drawing, it is now up. So
can't
go
hear
ahead and
anybody.
type
Hold on.
exclamation mark drawing, and you can be entered for the $10 gift certificate to Drive Through RPG.
And I'm back. All right. Anything else everybody wants to do on day one?
I don't have anything that I want to do. Alphasian's just going to huddle in a corner.
So where were we headed? Did we know where we were going?
Yeah, we're going to that town. Let me get my notes. Because,
Well, you're going to Icewall.
yeah. Well, that's not the town, though, right? Icewall's the fortress.
There's no
Correct.
There's no real town you know of. Well, there's two things.
Well, I
You're
thought
going
we saw
ultimately. You're going to Icewall Castle to find the Dragon Orb.
Right.
Correct.
You feel like you're close to Icewall now, based on the information that you have. But you also were trying to follow the directions of the polar bears to find the nearest human settlement.
True.
Correct.
That's what I remember.
Yes.
Whatever that is.
But do we
But we
even need to go there now that we have the ship?
Oh.
And the polar bears, correct me if I'm wrong, had no clue as to where to find this ice wall.
Why
even know
wouldn't
They don't know what they don't know what ice wall is.
You're right.
why wouldn't we go to the human settlement with the ship?
Well, because the only reason we were going to go to the human settlement was for, well, I guess we still could, because maybe somebody there has some information for us.
Yeah,
So,
that was
yeah.
that was kind of my question.
Yeah,
It's like,
information, supplies.
we-
Like there's
Yeah.
no need to not go there if it's
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because otherwise we're just going to be driving around looking for something that looks like a nice wall castle thing.
Once we show up in the ship, they might think we're like ice pirates or something.
God,
Which
one
is
of my
super
favorite
cool.
movies.
super cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah.
All right. So
All right.
That's it for day one.
Just to have the attack already.
Was I able to write the stove and get it going? Was I supposed to roll for that?
Yeah. Roll me another survival check.
Survival.
Can I help assist him?
Sure.
Or you know
Nice,
what?
okay.
Flint should help him because that's right up Flint's
Oh,
wheelhouse.
definitely, yeah. So with
Yeah.
advantage.
Flint
then?
does no. Flint is. I mean, whatever. Somebody can help him. He's roll with advantage. Fine. You can all help him. How about that?
Oh,
17.
I think I'm just gonna stick with that.
All right. That would be with advantage. You can get it sort of fixed and upright enough, and get the
Flute.
The flute. Thank you.
Yeah, the flute. Right? Ian Anderson is in there for some reason now.
Up in the right direction. And you feel like it could work.
Cool.
Do you have
We
any
have-
wood or any coal?
Well, here's the thing. Now somebody's got to go to the wreck.
Well, hold on. And again, I remember you saying like whatever. It was not burning when the ship turned over because there was like coal and stuff spread out. So I think I would just gather that. And see if
Roll me an
I-
investigation check.
With advantage, because everybody's helping you.
Yeah, I
Sure.
would think everybody's.
You've got nothing else to do all day. Sure.
Yeah, we're all just sitting there going, no, not there. No, over there.
Oh,
Not anywhere.
I'm using inspiration on that one. That's a bad
You got a 3 or a 6 for those of you
Yeah,
watching
you
and
go.
listening at home.
There you
Yeah.
go. 21.
21.
We found the whole cache of coal.
You find
All the coal in West Virginia.
you find a few days worth of coal.
Nice.
You feel, yeah, good job.
All right. So we get it going. So we have heat. We have food. We have shelter.
Yeah,
We're good for a few days.
yeah. You feel like you could definitely wait out this storm.
Good, because that's what we're doing.
What happens after that?
Have
You
we
never know.
found any alcohol?
Roll me investigation
you-
check.
You got to endure this sober, man.
I
don't
think
know if
that's
I
one
can.
thing we're all interested in searching. So I think he would have advantage.
Fine, advantage.
These are pretty tight quarters for no alcohol.
Still, roll with advantage.
Unfortunately, I am not.
You're the one looking for it, and they're helping you.
I
so
know.
you
I'm
have to
going.
roll.
I'm looking. Here I go.
Kaylani's
15.
Kaylani's
That
only making sure that the polar bears are not dying. That's what she's doing the entire time that we're here.
Yeah, and they're
Sure.
fine.
Yep.
You.
She's still
I don't-
very worried.
And I don't blame her because if it gets below 70, I cry like a little baby. I can't take it, so I get it. And that's no joke. That is actual fact. And most of the people here can attest to that. Kurlithlon.
Yeah.
With some help, especially from Tasselhoff, who's great at scavenging, and Aaron, who
Smells it.
smells
He's got a nose for it.
the liquor. You find a pint of the Dragonlance equivalent of whiskey.
Which is what we could use to set the boat on fire.
Or you could drink.
No, I do not give. I do not give up the whiskey to set
Yeah.
things on fire.
So you have a pint worth of whiskey.
Okay.
And it's like
great.
Jameson's Black.
Oh.
Okay.
It's Ice Pirate Ale.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Anything else you want to do during the day?
Nope.
All right. Night comes. Who's on watch?
Oh, jeez. Just have him attack it.
Zarek will go and watch.
What order?
Make us fight in the
First,
blizzard.
second,
I know
third,
that's
fourth?
what you want to do.
Doesn't matter. He'll go first.
Kaylani will watch as well.
Okay, Kehlani and Zarek. Second watch.
Alphasian will pull the second watch if he's able to borrow somebody's winter.
You have a fucking coal-burning stove.
Well, I thought we were outside taking the watch.
If you were
If we're
outside
just
taking the
staying
watch,
out,
you would die.
Okay, cool. So then, yeah, he's fine. He was like, "I'll take it." Yeah.
I'll take
So
two fucking
basically,
watches,
he
motherfucker.
watches the door. He watches the door.
I'll take all the motherfucking watches.
Kaylani does go outside and patrols with the bears as a bear.
On watch 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Watch 4? Wait. Watch 3 and 4. We need still, right?
Yeah. Well, the knights will take one. That's what they did last time. They took the
So
last
Jarek
watch.
and Aaron will take third
Yeah.
watch. Last watch?
Gilthanas.
Telephone will take it.
Gilthanas will go. Will help.
Gilthanas and
Kurlithlon.
Kurlithlon. Okay. First watch, roll me a d20.
You want each of us
Nope,
inside and outside?
Just one. What's this one?
14.
Okay. This is, by the way, the best that Zarek has ever done on watches. Nothing
It's
happens.
true.
I don't think so.
Oh, it absolutely is. Zarek is the worst at watching.
I feel like just the last couple times he's been bad at it. Hey,
We'll have to go back and watch the tape, but I don't remember ever a time where Zarek was good at watch. But regardless, he knows there's nothing there. And Kaylani, who is preoccupied, I'm sure, with playing around with the pears,
Yep.
gets lucky, and also nothing happens. Second watch, Alphasian.
So, would I be rolling with disadvantage?
Because you're inside.
Yep. Okay. And we're just doing flat 20s, right? 7.
Yeah, you don't notice anything.
I figured as much. That door is solid.
Yeah, exactly. So far, nothing. And, of course, Kaylani comes in at that point. Well, is changed into an elf. Back into an elf. Third watch. That the elves?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The knights.
Knights
yeah.
and then
Oh, the knights
and then
first.
the elves.
And the elves.
Yeah, knights and then the elves.
So somebody roll for the knights.
I'll roll. And I'll just roll one roll with disadvantage.
13.
Nothing there. During this watch, though, no, there's nothing happens. But Flint and Zarek, as you sleep, you dream. You dream of a broken, twisted land. It seems like it was a once beautiful land. twisted and horrified into nightmares. The trees weep blood. The sky, this music, for those of you listening at home, is a little ridiculous. Hold on, let me switch that for our purposes here. Not great, but better. You look up to the sky, and it's a green fog. As you wander through this tortured land, Zarek, roll me a intelligence check, which I'm sure is your specialty.
Mm-hmm.
14.
It's
Ooh.
14. Yeah.
Wow.
On a roll with 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you got 14s up
That's
and
your number.
down. Yeah.
That's my third time getting 14 with disadvantage.
As weird and twisted and horrible as this place is, it somehow reminds you of the lands of Sylvanesty. From the stories that you've heard from your mother. You hear the sounds of dragons in the distance. You hear the sounds of screams close by. It's hard to tell if they're from the trees or something beyond the wilderness. You continue forward, and you are attacked by these strange humanoid creatures, withered and blackened, with the faces of dragons. You defeat them, one after the other, after the other. Continue forward. You hear the sounds of battle, and you move forward. And you see your friends, Ergrin. And by, friends are in quotations with that
I was
one.
about to be like, Ergrin, first friend?
That's why I'm starting with him. I was just like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Acquaintance. At
I
best.
met him.
Here's a dude I met once. Flint Fireforge. Gorell. Your brother. You move forward.
Odysseus.
Did you know him? I don't think you knew him, did you?
Yeah. I think they knew him.
Yeah, some draconian.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe they didn't know.
I don't know if you ever met Odysseus.
I don't
Maybe
think
it was just in that instance. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys missed paths, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But
You might have.
you guys at home have watched this stream. If you know anything I don't, you just let me know. You join forces with them, happy, elated, comforted to be with your brother again. As strange as this place is, and with the horrors that you face, you feel whole again. You fight. You press on. You navigate through this tortured, horrible, twisted land. At some point, Flint disappears. those within the group repeatedly tell you that you're not there. But you know for a fact that you are. You are finally back here with your brother. And everything is going to be okay. And then you feel it all slip away. And you wake up in this cramped, overturned cabin. And as terrible as the sights and sounds and interactions of the nightmare of Sylvanesty was for you, waking up without your brother, alone, feels even worse.
So, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I just sent it to you on Messenger, but I'll just ask it. Is it? I mean, I'm assuming this is just essentially the game that we played.
Yes.
Okay. So, like, okay, got it. So, for all, like, basically, like, I can just. This dream is as if yes.
Everything that Zane was there for. Which
Zarek,
whatever the fuck your name is, was there for. That
he's recounted in this dream.
Yes. So everything that everybody thought was an imaginary Zarek.
Yes.
That everybody was trying to disprove. You, as a character, felt and experienced.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
In this night, this one night, as you dreamt.
Cool.
And the same thing for Flint, although he's an NPC. Morning comes. And you awake. And you are on day 2. Anything you guys would like to do?
Wait for day 3.
Ilani's gonna feed the bears.
Okay.
If Kaylani's going out to feed the bears, Zarek will say, "Can I come with you? I'll help you."
Great. That sounds like fun.
Okay.
And while they're out there, he'll say, "So I saw my bro, but it wasn't really my bro."
Is he okay?
I don't think so. It wasn't him.
Kaylani, roll me a wisdom saving throw. You both also take 6 points of damage as you're out there.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, not thank you.
No, you're welcome.
I'm used to being in the theater where I'm like responding thank you to everything as like a way of acknowledging that I have heard what somebody has said.
Kaylani gets a 25 on the saving throw.
Okay. Kaylani?
Yeah.
You feel Zane's presence diminishing.
Like as if he's being pulled away.
Yes. The connection that you have with him is diminishing.
Okay. I think you're right. I think he's in trouble. We need to find him as soon as it stops snowing.
Yeah, it was him. It was my bro. But there was somebody else there inside of him.
He feels far away.
You feel, Zarek, as if even though you saw him, that wasn't him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. He knew.
He's still there. He's okay. But he's hidden. We need to find him. He needs our help.
Well, that's where we're going, right?
I think so.
This is the way that'll help us find him, right?
It'll help us. That's what... Who convinced... Who convinced them that this was the right way?
I think it was Curly.
Yes.
Yeah, Curly was the one that convinced you to go. It was Derek.
Yeah.
It was Derek
You
who
like-
came up with the idea, but Curly who convinced you to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you like really
Yeah.
dumbed it down for Zarek,
Yeah.
and he was just
Yep.
like, "All right, let's do it."
This is what your friend said would help your brother best, so I think we keep going, and then we find him as soon as we can.
Yeah. I just don't want him to be gone forever.
Kehlani goes over to Zarek and grabs his hand and says, I won't let that happen. Here, feed one of the bears, and gives him a berry.
Okay.
He'll after that he'll feed the bear and then completely open up about Kitiara. After
Okay.
that,
What does he say?
Ah.
he'll be completely honest. He'll just relay every bit of information.
Mr. Cuddles is like, well, that's quite the story, Zarek.
Derek will jump like, "Oh my god, I forgot to take a speech."
And Sprinkles is like, indeed, however did you find that reunion? It must have been so hard.
Because I do
heart-wrenching for
imagine
you.
that you were talking in Elven since you were talking
Yeah.
to an elf. Yeah, and that's what the bears can speak.
Yeah, no, that whole conversation was definitely an Elven.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
And completely in front of the bears.
Yeah, no, the bears are fascinated, except for Sparkles, who has no idea what you're talking about.
I like to think that the bears are eating the good berries if it's popcorn.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yara's been through an ordeal.
I love the fact that the first person that you told about Kitiara was somebody who has no idea who Kitiara is. That's total Zarek. Like that's great. Like that is
Yeah.
like that is perfect. Yeah. Because Zarek still hasn't read to them or told them even about that initial letter that Kitiara.
Yes, he
sent
did.
him. Did he?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh. I learned something new here tonight. All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
No, just make sure that the bears are okay and Zarek's okay, and then we go back inside.
All right. Anybody else?
Nope.
All right. The second day and night passes without incident. Day 3. Anything anybody else wants to do besides feed the bears?
I
Tuppence
will-
a bag.
What was that?
Nah, nobody got it. Never mind.
I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't hear it.
I said tuppence a bag.
I did not
You
get
said-
it.
Yeah, it's a Mary Poppins reference. Feed the
Yeah.
birds, tuppence a bag. Yeah, no one got it. It's okay.
Yeah. I will never get a Mary Poppins reference. Besides, I'm Mary Poppins Y'all, which is a Guardians of the Galaxy 2 reference.
Oh.
All right. Anybody else?
So nah, that's fine. Yeah, just feed the bears.
Okay. Day
Oh, at
4.
some point,
ahead.
at some point on day 3, possibly sharing watch, but otherwise during the day sometime. Curly gets Zarek aside,
Okay.
and this is after a few swigs of whiskey. Zarek, all this time spending in these close quarters with you, it's been killing me not telling you this. I feel like I have to say something about it just to clear the air between us. We've known each other for a really long time, and I can't keep something like this from you. When we left 5 years ago, when we left Solace, something happened between me and Kit. And it was just once. Actually twice. Okay, honestly, it was 3 times, but that was it.
All right,
And
you
then,
can stop talking now.
No,
you know,
don't.
It was a mistake. It was a mistake, and I just she broke it off right away. We both knew this was not something we should have done, and you know, we never really talked about it after that. But I had to let you know what had happened. I couldn't keep that between. I couldn't keep that from you anymore.
Punch him right in his elven jaw.
So
Half elven.
so yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you know, I
half elven
betrayed our
jaw.
friendship for I don't know, momentary pleasure.
He'll be like, yeah, all right, and just like walk away.
Oh, that
And you
is
walk
such a
like
diss.
2 feet
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here.
and trip over
And-
Alphacian. Yeah.
He'll try to catch Kaylani's eye, and if he does, he'll be like, "Hear that too? You can add that."
Wow. Stone cold.
So Kaylani kind of didn't really hear it, but she just goes, "Oh, that's bad." Okay. Aaron walks over to Curly and kind of puts his arm around him and says, "Well, my friend, old friends and new friends," as he kind of grabs the whiskey bottle out of your hand. We need to find our solace and safety in the numbers that we share. And he takes a drink of the whiskey. And then puts the cap on and just goes to walk away.
Doesn't share.
That's fair.
Okay. Day 4. Anything anybody wants to do?
How's the weather?
It's still the same.
Does it look like this? Does it look like the storm is getting worse?
Roll me a survival check. And can I say, as you're doing this, the fact that Curlathon used this opportunity to tell Zarek that story, I thought was great. Well done.
I'd just like to, for the record, say that I was planning on doing that before Zarek actually had their whole spilling about Kitty.
You don't even know that. You don't even know that happened.
I know, no, but yeah.
So as far as you're concerned, that did happen before. That was great.
Just been killing me.
16.
Yeah. Was that your roll? 16?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. It seems like it's dying down, but you probably have got another full day before it's clear enough to head out.
Okay.
How are we doing on like the coal burning?
You're still okay. You're still able to comfortably stay here without issue. Like, it can't last many more days, but you feel pretty good right now. All right. Anything else you guys want to do on day 4?
No, sir.
All right. Night also comes and goes without issue. Morning comes, and after days of swirling white oblivion, the savage blizzard finally begins to lift its heavy yoke. Snow still falls, and the wind continues to blow, but the storm has lost its angry intensity. Now, in the gray light of dawn, visibility increases to several hundred feet. As the daylight increases, the storm dies more quickly until mid-morning brings a bright blue sky over a landscape of eye-burning whiteness. It is in this atmosphere of the clear, icy winter that movement is detected to the west. A plume of snow seems to rise from the surface of the glacier as a large object approaches. A great wing, or perhaps a sail, rises above the object, which is soon discernible as an ice boat similar to the one that you're still in, wrecked by the Thanoi.
This is the one we're going to take.
It's coming toward you.
How are we gonna take it? We're on an overturned boat.
They're going to stop here to check out and to get the supplies off of these boats. When they stop, we what do they call that? Appropriate. That's the knightly name for stealing. We appropriate their boat to continue our quest.
Commandeer.
Commandeer is another one. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then we could actually maybe use that boat to right this one and have two boats.
We don't need two boats.
We don't. Why not? Jadek is thinking armada. I could have an armada.
We only got one captain, so there'd be a boat that is being competently driven, and one that's.
Don't crush Admiral Dradek's dreams.
That's right. But Jadek is all for taking that boat. Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I think that we're going to have to assume that these newcomers are going to be hostile. I suggest that we prepare ourselves.
Jadek is just like already has a scimitar out and like.
Kaylani's like, we can give them flowers. That'll make them happy.
Jadek, might I recommend that you don't use that scimitar and actually use that ice reaver axe thing?
All right,
probably would work better.
Or flowers.
Good call.
It's possible. Tell you what, why don't the rest of you stay out of sight, and Derek and I and Kaylani with flowers will speak with them first. And then if they are aggressive or hostile, then you can rush out from hiding and help us as a surprise. What do you think, Derek? Derek, I'm talking to you.
Oh, right. Yes.
It was either you or Adam, and Adam seems to be ignoring me, so we're going to go with you, Chad.
Yes.
I was checking messages from you guys that were sent a long time ago, so.
Tasselhoff says, I think that's a great idea. Flowers are always a wonderful gift to give to people. And besides, we have so many here since Kaylani's been growing them over the last 4 days. So this is just a wonderful chance. We can just pick this vanilla and these lovely lilacs and these lavender over here. And look, I've got a bouquet.
And Derek just sneezes.
Why do I...
Repeatedly.
Why do I think by hour 4 of day 1, Tasselhoff would have found himself tied up and gagged in a corner for everyone else's benefit? Just say it. Although, well done. All right, so if Alphasian will go and stand out on the ice next to the boat.
All right.
I think all the knights should. All the knights.
Yeah, that's what I said. All the knights.
All the knights would join him. Sure.
Do you want Kaylani out there with you, or?
Well, she wanted to meet him, so he's not going to say no. And he knows that Kaylani's like, as far as Alphasian's concerned, she's mad powerful, so he's cool with her being there. But he thinks it's a good idea that everybody else stay hidden, so that if element of surprise, he's assuming that they might feel more inclined to come off the boat and engage in combat if they think there's only a couple of them, which would be the plan. So he doesn't want the boat sailing away. He wants them stopping and getting off because if they think it's an easy fight.
So no polar bears then.
Yeah, correct. Hide them. And he'll explain that. He'll explain that to everyone. It's like, we'll try diplomacy and whatnot, but I want everybody hidden in case, and then hopefully to lure them to stop the boat and get off, which he would think they would do anyway. But I mean, if you're rolling in an ice boat, you pull up and there's like 15 people, 4 polar bears, a bunch of knights. I'm like, keep going. Nope, keep going.
Yeah, not worth it.
So Kaylani says to Mr. Cuddles, the knight has a plan. We're gonna give them flowers, and if that doesn't work, you get to eat them all.
All right.
But you have to hide. So go play in the snow, pretty close by.
Yeah. That's all right. Hey guys, time to play. And by play, I mean like play, but keep your nose hidden. Because your nose is black and the snow is white.
Nose is in the snow. Good idea.
Yeah. And all 3 of them just go. Paws up and around the back of the ship.
Can Carly find a decently hidden spot for a nice sniping opportunity on the deck?
Roll me a stealth check.
Adam, over the couple of days, can Gilthanis and Aaron have fixed their bows?
Sure, of course, yeah.
Great.
21.
Yes, you are hidden.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do as the ship approaches?
On which side of the boat will the ship be approaching?
It is
Port or starboard?
It's gonna be hold on. It's
Port
gonna be
is left.
starboard. It's gonna be starboard because there's no room on the port side of the map. So am I right? Am I right, Adam?
Yeah, fair enough. Sure, yeah.
So between us and the big wreck.
Correct.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they're coming from behind your ship.
From behind. So I think we should split the
Solid.
forces between our ship and the wrecked ship. So when they pull in, we have them surrounded. If it comes to that. That's what Jadek says. Yes, no?
So why is can they pull up in there?
Exhale. Can they what?
Can they pull up in there? Is there enough
there's-
room?
I mean, there technically would be enough room if they just put the boat right in between. It's technically
All right, cool.
possible,
Then
sure.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
We can split the party. So here, let's get the other knights. Oh, I can't grab them. That's right. I'm not
Always the thing
allowed.
that the DM wants to hear. We can split the party.
Yeah, I'd love it when you split the party.
But
Sorry, so you want, where do you want
we're
the
on the
knights?
same map. They're going to be out there. They're going to be out here. All the knights will be out here.
Okay.
Right.
So why don't we put the
Hold
polar
on. You
bears?
gotta put all the knights out. There's Tasselhoff.
Yes.
Why don't we put the polar bears over here in the wreck,
There you go.
and then the
The
rest,
wreck is not enough to hide the polar bears. It's so
They're
distracting.
laying in the snow,
Right with those
camouflaged.
Those
But-
in the snow.
If they're
But-
still, I think they would be
that's where you wanna put- I'm just-
effectively
look.
camouflaged.
You don't have to listen to the DM. If that's where you want to put them, you put them there. Sure.
No, they're where they went. They're over here.
Yeah.
Okay, they're over there.
Okay.
Wait, which way is the
I mean,
is the ship
Gilthanis will go on this boat.
They're
and
coming
it-
from back. It's hard to say, but back in this direction.
Lorana will go
No,
over
the
there
ship that we're
because I can
on.
move her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gilthanis and Lorana will go over here and find some places to hide themselves. And
Ooh, and I
You
can
ready?
move
Sorry,
Flint.
what-
Flint will go over there
Flint-
too.
What's
Flint
your
will come over
question,
the-
Gary?
This ship, the ship that
Yeah.
Curlathon is on, which way is it overturned?
On its
Meaning-
side. So this is
left.
the low side.
Oh,
That's the
this
low
is the
side.
high
Okay,
side.
that was the question.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Okay.
Sure.
Okay,
That
We're good.
case-
yeah, so Zarek will be over by Curly with his bow.
Okay. And this is where Jadek is staying.
That's the low side. Like right. Well, wait, no, that's the low side, right?
Right.
So
there's still a rail. You can still hide. I'm sure.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So they immediately cast Fireball right here. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I'm completely stealth, and then these two come next to
Yeah,
me.
they come up next to you.
Yeah.
Go,
And
"Wait,
just
is this
stand,
where we're hiding?"
and just stand behind you and tap your. Hey, guy, you see that? They're coming. Tap, 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 tap. They're coming. They're tap, 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 tap. They're coming.
That's so true.
We see you. So
Actually, no. I'm gonna change. He's coming up there. There we go. Okay. Good.
okay, so you're up there.
I'm there.
I think Zarek's pretty good at stealth, so he can hide as well.
Sure. Roll stealth.
Hang on.
Curlathon certainly feels like he's hidden.
Oh wait, Jadek is pretty good at stealth. He'll
Go for it.
Don't forget inspiration,
You do have plenty of inspiration.
especially Chaddock.
which
I mean, needs it because that's a nat 1 for a total of 5, which is he feels he's super hidden as he's just sticking his big bullhead out the front door.
No, he's hiding behind something, and his horns are sticking up over.
17 with my inspiration point there.
All right, you feel like you're more hidden then, yes. All right. The ship comes, the ice ship comes about 50 feet from where you guys are and stops. The crew, which is about a baker's dozen, 13 for those of you who are not familiar with bakers, exit the ship.
Excellent.
The human, which is clearly the leader. Well, let me read the box text first because we are playing the module. A crew of rugged warriors leap from the deck of a ship. They advanced rapidly through the snow. All of the dozen or so figures are clad in heavy furs, and each carries a glistening battle axe. The weapons look as if they are made of clear glass.
Yeah, seems to be
Similar to Jadek's. The leader stops about 40 feet from you, about the rest of the group about 10 feet behind him. And he says, "Who goes there?"
Derek, may I?
My name's Kaylani.
Of course. Well,
Wait
shit.
a minute. Yeah, and he goes, and then Alphasian's going to step up, and he's going to put a hand on Kaylani's shoulder and goes, let's be cautious here, Kaylani. I don't want you getting hurt. Greetings. As my friend has said, her name is Kaylani. I am Sir Alphasian Malkarite, Solamnic Knight. These are my companions and my liege lord, Derek. He's my lord, right?
Yep.
We have flowers.
Derek Crown Guard.
Crown Guard. Crown Guard.
Crown Guard. We unfortunately, as you can see, are lost out here in the wilderness. And glad to see you, friends. Perhaps we can trouble you for some assistance.
What business do you have there in that ship?
Well, we were attempting to make it worthy again.
Promenade says
Ride the seas.
Craig Crowngarden.
Oh my God, that's going to be his name. Greg Crowngarden. We're attempting to make it seaworthy, I guess, to sail the ice.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, we search for ice wall. Do you know where this place might be?
possibly. Who'd you say you were again?
Alphasian Marguerite, Salamnic Knight of the Rose.
I'm Kilani.
Yes, and this is Kaylani.
Elf, I reckon.
Yes.
And you think this here ship is gonna sail you across the sea?
Well, we were hoping, but we'd be willing to pay for passage if that could be arranged.
Well, there ain't no sea anywhere near here, not in over the last 300 years.
Oh, well, I don't know the technical term for sailing on ice.
My
Sorry.
friend is a great captain. He can sail anything, anywhere.
Oh, and then he
Is
leans
that
over and
right?
he whispers into her ear and says, "Don't mention the others. They're in hiding for a reason."
And who is this captain of yours you mentioned?
I'm not supposed to tell you.
It's of no consequence. It's of no consequence, really. Might we be able to barter?
Well,
And I didn't catch your name.
well, my name is Harold Harkin, leader of the Ice Folk.
Good to meet you, Sir Harkin.
Oh, I'd say it's a pleasure, but I gotta say I'm not entirely sure.
And why would that be?
Well, not many people come out here this far south. Those that have, well, let's just say they aren't of the human variety, and those that are, well, they don't have good intentions.
I'm not human, and neither is Sir Tasselhoff.
Well, that's true. Look at that. It's a little knight.
Well, our intentions are extremely pure. We fight for the right of all of what the hell's the name of the planet? Showing my
Kryn?
my Dragonlance ignorance here. We fight for the right of all of Kryn to free it from the tyranny of the new threat of the Dragon Lords, I do believe they are.
Well, I don't know much about that, but all I know is that this here boat is one of ours.
Oh. There were a fair number of tusked individuals that we dispatched when we showed up.
The
Perhaps they had
Thanoi.
some. If that's what they're called, then yes.
Humanoids, walrus heads. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes, the
Yes.
polar bears ate them.
The polar bears.
Ah, yes, Kalani. Again, please.
Oh,
We don't want to give away
No.
our
Let's
advantages.
hear more about these polar bears. That's very interesting.
well, I'm not supposed to talk about them.
Well, maybe you should
No.
start.
You know what? I feel, Kalani. Yes. Speak your mind. Tell them everything.
Oh, okay. So,
Ask your
Well-
questions.
she just goes right into
Yeah.
talking about Mr. Cuddles and Sprinkles and Sparkles and how she met them and they're some of her best friends that she's ever had, but not quite as good friends as. Oh wait, I can't mention the captain. Never mind. So they're really good friends.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But
And I
what?
just imagine Tasselhoff walking up at the same time,
Oh, yeah.
interjecting as she's
Tasselhoff's
excited.
right
as in
there.
above them, just-
Hello, I'm Tesla. We're shaking their hands. Yeah, so Tesla
No, he
right
won't-
up and near in front of them. Yeah.
Alphasian won't let either of them get close to him, but he'll let him come up to where they're at, and he's going to let him just pepper him, and he's going
And
to
it's just Harold. The rest of them
Yeah.
stay behind a good 40 feet behind him at all times.
Yeah, he's
So-
just watching Harold and trying to insight him to see if he
And while Harold does have this,
gives anything
what
up.
you guys know as the Ice Reaver strapped to his back, he does not have it out or in a threatening manner.
Excellent. Okay, good.
So Kaylani goes into the whole story about how she met Mr. Cuddles and Sprinkles, and then they became great friends, and then they rescued Sparkles from who's attacking him? Oh goodness. Who we're attacking?
Minotaurs.
Minotaurs,
The
right? From the
Minotaurs.
Minotaurs, but Minotaurs are not all bad because she's got a good friend who's a Minotaur, and then she goes into the whole journey across the ice to get here, and how they made a sled out of the bones of a sea monster, and then they dragged it all the way across here, and then they found this ship, and the walruses were here, and then right before the blizzard hit, the polar bears ate the walruses, and they lived in the ship for a few days. And do you want some flowers?
Well, I gotta say, after that story, I'd love some flowers. Everybody roll me a perception check. Those of you who are hidden within the boats, roll it with disadvantage. Everybody outside the boats,
Can
roll
I
a straight
roll an
roll.
insight check as well to see if I read anything off
Of course
him?
you can. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Kaylani
All right,
got a 12.
Here's the insight check. 15. Oh no, 11.
Curlifine
And here's my
is
Oh,
just
you said
staring at
inside
the
or
wall.
I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on.
here's my perception.
Curlifon realizes he's in a really shitty position if he's going to attack somebody with a bow and starts to like wander back out during this conversation. Yeah.
With disadvantage, Jadek got a 15
Okay.
on perception.
The rest of you
Alphasian got 17.
notice that there is a flag above their sail, and also sort of a patch upon their
Oh shit.
their cloaks, which resembles a polar bear.
Huh.
And Harold looks at you and says,
Looks at who?
well, those that he can see, not those of you in the
Okay.
ship that are hiding, but says, you mentioned polar bears. Are they still around? If so, can I see them?
Go ahead, Kalani.
So Kaylani gets very, very serious all of a sudden and says, why?
Well, I'd reckon that it's either life or death for you. If you have them, well, that's a good sign. If you don't and you're making all this up, well, that's a bad sign.
You're not going to hurt them, are you? And she's just like menacingly
Yeah.
threatening at this point.
And he just walks.
Like the flowers in her
Yeah.
hand, she just crushes, like makes a fist around them,
And he walks up to you without
Alphasian
fear. And
is-
again, the rest of his folks standing 40 feet behind him. And as he continues, now they're 45 feet, 50 feet, 55 feet, 60 feet behind,
Yeah.
and stands within 10 feet of you and says,
Alphasian will take one step forward just so that he's a little bit ahead.
Okay.
He's not going to get in front of Kaylani, but just one step forward. So, like, if he needs to, he just needs to shift and he'll be in front of her. And he's just going to pat her kind of like fatherly on her shoulders, like a calming pat, like, it's okay,
okay.
sort of thing.
And Harold then stares at it, just right at Kaylani. He doesn't even acknowledge Alphasian or anybody else, and says, well, we would never hurt one of the bears. Now, anybody else, especially those that do hurt the bears, well, that's a different story. Now's your time to come clean.
so Kaylani's going to make an insight check on him.
Sure.
She is. All right.
Don't forget about inspiration.
Yeah, she'll spend an inspiration. This is kind of
All right, yeah.
a serious moment for her. Ooh, wait, not. There we go. 14.
14. I mean, he seems serious.
So, without taking her eyes off of him and staring, all of the levity and flightiness has just evaporated completely from her, and she's looking straight at his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And in Elven, she calls out to Mr. Cuddles and Sprinkles and says to them, it's okay to come over, climb over the boat, but be careful. So then they start moving over this way.
Okay.
And they climb over the boat and sort of like perch themselves on top of it.
And Harold looks up, and now again, the others are easily 65, 70 feet behind him. And he doesn't even have he has got the Ash Reaver strapped to his back.
Yep.
Not a care in the world. So you imagine that the dozen warriors behind him, he feels are pretty capable, that even if he doesn't make it, they will take you down. But looks at them and just gives this big shit-eating grin. Looks at you and says, well, I'll be damned. You guys are all right. Tell you what, come back with us. We'll give you a warm place to stay. We'll give you some food. And we'll find out what you're doing out here in the cold wilderness. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Alphasian, after he says that, will walk forward to him, and he'll put out his hand to shake his hand.
He will shake his hand. No problem.
Yeah, he says, good to meet you. I'm glad to see a friendly face.
So you definitely get the idea that...
And then he turns to Kalani and goes, the flowers.
They're all rotted and blackened at this point, yeah.
I have fresh ones inside. And she kind of goes and skips right inside and picks a couple of new ones.
All right. So that is where we'll end tonight. We may be back next week, but we will... you'll know when you find us. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us here on a D&D Friday for DragonLance. Nope, for Wicked Studios presents DragonLance, Dragons of Dreams, Part 9, question mark, because I think
we got
another drawing. Go ahead.
Winner. Yeah, let's pull the winner here.
And we've lost KD during the way, but we can go here, and that'll work.
Okay, here we go. We're going to pick a winner. And the winner is Bromenard.
Nice. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Congrats, man.
And with Bromenard's zingers here throughout the night, he deserves to win. So great job, Bromenard. I was going to call him. What the fuck was that? I don't know. I'm tired, guys. It's been a long week. That's why I'm excited for D&D Friday, every Friday, when we bother to play. And I'm excited for you guys to hang out with us here and really appreciate it. Because it's super fun for me to play through the DragonLance modules, the original DragonLance modules. Although there's certainly some changes, as you've seen, and I'm happy to play with my friends here, which is exciting. But also happy that you guys have joined us and hang out with us each and every time that we play. I almost said each and every week, but that would be a lie. So hopefully we'll be back here next week.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Won't be back, though. Actually, it'll be after Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. Have a great weekend. Be kind to one another, because there's a lot of negativity in this world. There's a lot of divisiveness in this world. Don't participate in that, man. Be kind to one another. We're all on this world together. Be safe out there. And for Kemchan, Jason, KD, who disappeared at some point throughout the evening, Gaz, and Will Dot Player, I am Adam, wishing you guys a great weekend, a great week, a happy Thanksgiving. For those of you who live in the United States, for those of you who don't, whatever happens on Thursdays.
Have a
happy one. And we will see you next time on DragonLance. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.